I figured it was only a matter of time. I'm ready to pay the price. No! I can't let you simply walk away. I will stand for Alexander. I owe him everything. If I die, at least I do so with a clear conscience.
You've come. Lucian be praised.
Gareth glances over his shoulder, and his voice tightens.
The Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. The murderer is here. Alec, if I didn't know better, I'd think the gods themselves were your counsel.
He reaches for the wand, but pulls back before touching it.
Would that I could aim this wand at Alexander myself, to bleach his soul and sear his skin. No, this thing was birthed from a wicked era. What would Lucian say, seeing me confront one evil with another? Go. Take down those Shriekers.
Gods, what is that?
I see flurries and the air thrums. What did he say? Look, it's him! He has come, true to his word.
Praise be! You have silenced the Shriekers and cleared our way. Yet it seems I'm in need of you again, my friend. You have any more miracles in you? We've got a boat ready to row to the Lady Vengeance. But if Alexander sees us bobbing among the waves, we'll be shark chow. So we split up. I take the Seekers to the Lady Vengeance. You go to the ruins and keep Alexander busy. He'll be expecting a breeze. Show him that you're a hurricane. Are you ready? We've got right on our side. A greater ally than any sulking Geist or any whinging Magister. I can spare a couple. They all walk with Lucian. They will see you through. What kind of Seeker do you want at your side? As you like. Make your choice. Invaluable. That lad's keen, but he's the worst archer I've ever seen. That's one. Who else do you want to join you? What kind of Seeker do you want at your side? As you like. Make your... Well chosen. I've seen Duggan land a crossbow bolt right through the eye slit of a Magister Hell. He should even the odds for you a little. All right, that's 2 Seekers to fight alongside you. I can't spare any more. Are you ready to start the attack?
He takes the news calmly. A moment passes as he calculates the consequences, assessing this new world as it opens up before him. He nods his thanks, then raises his voice.
Seekers, we move. You are Lucian's eyes and ears. You are his sword and his shield. Burn the blackness with your holy fire!
All this could have been averted. There you are, the escapee. I feared you'd made it to Reaper's Coast by now. Ah, and Ifan Benmez too. Back in Fort Joy, I wasn't quite sure, but it really is him, the poor god's cursed soul. Bravest man I ever met. Now fallen so low. Anyway, you're here now. You know, Gallus and Friedemann warned me about you. God-woken. I'm afraid your journey ends here. You would only bring ruin to Rivellon. If anyone is going to become the next divine, it will be me. I have no illusions that history will look kindly upon me. My only goal is to guarantee that someone should survive to write such histories. I'm one of you, after all. Your collar is no tighter than my own. If there is, pray tell. I'd do anything to resolve this as quickly, as painlessly as possible. Until then, please, don't make this harder than it has to be. It's not... You stand no chance, but I admire your resilience. Yeah. now? Your foul sorcery!
Alexander is dead. My contract is fulfilled.
Well, quite the mess you've made here. I'm Melody, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang. She releases you and grins, running tongue over teeth.
God woken. And I've heard of you. You're what gets some of us out of bed each day. What do you make of that? Of course. Well, first things first.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? They're free to smite me where I stand if I'm wrong.
She cocks her head and smiles. Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what she taught you. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin sizzles slightly beneath their newfound aura. As
You really are God-woken. I'm happy. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. We'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Melody beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling. As you will. Let's go.
Melody grabs.
God-woken.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least on the shoulders of one of them.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek, and
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those God-woken, after all.
You know their names, Melody. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Not a moment longer than we have to, but we're at something of an impasse. The ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
You're welcome to try, though I doubt it'll help.
What Gareth means to say is don't bother. Livewood will only move when it wants to, or in this tub's case, when it's forced to. That's right. The ship's made of an elven ancestor tree, spirit of which is still trapped in every plank. What we need is a way to control the bloody thing.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. That's the spirit.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we? She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Malady's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... From the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work. Ready. We'd probably get tired of this view soon enough anyway. Spotted something.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, the Lady Vengeance.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop.
I owe you, Godwoken.
She nods her thanks.
Good luck getting it. All right then, just... I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
Ifan grabs you by the sleeve.
Let me work on him.
Ifan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Ifan grabs him by the jaw and shakes violently.
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape?
No matter how loud Ifan shouts his question, as if waking from a dream, he turns to you, disoriented. Hesitantly, he drops his fist until it hangs loosely by his side.
You're right there.
With a nod, Ifan strides away. Bishop Alexander lies supine. A beautiful 6. The gem sits heavily in your... The door seems like any door, at least at first. The wood groans and the face vanishes. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its a shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
No entry allowed. Please use the port side door. That won't get you anywhere. Use the other door. Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an entry door. Fine. Answer the security question. Current security measures forbid me from providing the security question. The password is fortitude.
The face in the door...
Drat.
Summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again.
One more moment, please.
He clicks together 2 halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt.
Looks like a teleporter pyramid. It could certainly come in handy.
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
This is written in ancient lizard script. What's this? I found something. Those guards or victims? Another pyramid. I've spotted something. Boring.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea. Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry. The pain in your arm subsides to a dull tingle. The scales on your hand are scorched. At that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like the deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be perhaps lizard? But I cannot be free again.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail? One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently didn't hit hard enough. He's in the hold below decks, unconscious but alive. Far from Dallas, at least. She had his ear bent so sharp it could have broken off. Yes, we certainly had better, but until the ship is moving...
A slow...
To driftwood, then.
Our sacred ancestor dreams, tended to the slaves of warmongers.
It moves forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the Godwoken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop and ally with demons, but you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. May the great beings of the
Stop that elf! That daughter must be silent!
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. The air is silent and still around you.
Is that a tree? The gods. Are they dead? How can this be?
As the cursed tendrils slacken, dos2 it wheezes become
a champ to get you. Yes, but I it soon. You cannot stop until you become divine. Like Lucian, either a you.
She opens.
You fire. Go!
White hot cold pierces your heart like. The same troubled look is visible on each face.
The void has been put.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. Seeker's dead, Alexander missing, Godwoken passengers deceased. And unless you want to die too, we need to go. Now. Brace yourself. This might hurt. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Better. Let's not do that again anytime soon. Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain Dallas couldn't follow. I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the dead, realm of divinity. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Even I know when to pay attention to the gods. Tell me what you saw. Oh, fine. 1, spooky magic. 2, only half a demon actually. My mother was a bitter elf named Loda. 3, just a bit of leftover effluvia from the spell. 4, more than I can count. 5, something too horrible to mention by the light of day. And now that I've answered every question a sane person could conceive to ask of me in this moment, let's carry on. What did you see? I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity. Well then, Sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched...
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any god-woken worth their salt will know how to perform all these oh so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister. Yes, well, I've got more on my mind than shuttling you from hill to dale. But even I recognize the power of priorities, darling. If you can't be bothered to visit the Meister, I'd recommend you deign to visit other powerful sorcerers on your travels. You need to learn everything they can teach you if you're going to do what needs to be done. And make no mistake, Godwoken, this needs to be done. Now, I must be going, and so must you. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together. Won't that be terribly fun? Before you go, if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong.
Seasoned in combat. They won't let down.
I hadn't realized I was in such illustrious company when we met before. Most fascinating, the things I've been hearing about you. That you're, how did Malady put it again? A god-woken. Yes, that's it. Quite remarkable if it's true. Come now. You've seen the state of things. A potential savior from all this void-woken nonsense would be of interest to everyone with a beating heart. And some without, I would imagine. We all have secrets. Do I oblige you to spill your heart to me? No, I do not. Most people are too sentimental to admit that friendship is a transaction. I am not. I'm sure we can both be of use to each other. Marvelous. Great things abound in our future, I'm sure.
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air. It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Monsters bigger! More and more growing!
It summons the energy to snap at you, thrashing in the sand. You
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Innocent did nothing wrong. Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep!
The shark lays there, gasping quietly in the sunshine.
I've got sword fight.
Someone in its
Hurts, doesn't it? Just like this, picking me up.
Why do
Back! Back! Magister, I'll kill you, just like the rest of them!
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No. I've never seen anything like...
She quails at your touch. Her eyes widen and lose focus, as though she sees...
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through...
Her eyes stare vacantly into...
I don't know. I don't know. Old Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss. No. Let go of me. Let go.
She pulls herself...
Nice.
A scruffy kid.
You Ben Mez, right up. Got a chap called back.
The kid shoves his...
One unaffected egg behind them. Perhaps there's still a chance.
Prepare yourself.
She leaps up and grabs the egg with her foot, kicking it under her warm underbelly and settling down upon it contentedly.
Shh, little Beaver baby, Mama's here, warm and here with you again.
She cocks a black eye up at you and winks.
Thank you. I have something for you. Something I buried behind. Unless some other scratchly poker found it first, of course.
I've spotted something.
Yeah, guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong. Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tolly. You'll just end up sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet piece by piece.
The older-looking Magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more dirt onto them.
Halt, Scaleskin! What word do you bring? Word of battle? Word of our Magister brothers and sisters? What can you tell us?
The younger one's face goes pale.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Feder. You may pass, Lizard. Dare say he'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other instructions.
As long as you stay put.
Come now. Is this really necessary?
The lizard hangs from the gibbet. Her face...
Welcome to Driftwood, Godwoken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then, cut me down. There is work to be done. Or indeed you could stand there still as a boiled lobster. You seem to have mastered that look.
The Meister bares her teeth, stained a deep pink by her blood, and growls.
Melody is unfortunately mistaken. I cannot train you, but I can certainly help you on your path, as long as I am free of this rope. Because along with torture and interrogation, the Magisters found space in their schedules to purge me, that's why. They spent quite some time with it too. Apparently I was a rich vein to be mined, and now I hang powerless as any butchered carcass. They stopped the process just as the last of my power drained away. Just enough to rob me of my strength, but not enough to leave me a hollow sack of flesh and scales. I had hoped they simply wished to preserve my charm and beauty, but no. It seemed Dallas had ordered that I be held until she could do the deed herself. To give it the personal touch, I imagine. Now that you have had that that delightful little nugget of gossip, perhaps you could do your damn job and let me loose?
The lizard grimaces, shifting awkwardly as she dangles.
I am in intense pain, kitten. You are either insufferably cruel or insufferably stupid. Insufferably cruel? How charming. It was obvious, Godwoken. You are whippet thin, implying you've been a captive. Your wrists have seen the sun, but your neck has not, so you sported a collar, not shackles. Thus you escaped Fort Joy. After an escape, any sane creature would rest, but the bags under your eyes indicate you haven't. Why not? You must have been chased. Thus you must have been important. No one important escapes a prison without help, and no one frees sorcerers bar the Seekers. They thought you were worth saving, and thus I surmise you are Godwoken. Now, an important person does not come to Driftwood unless they seek someone even more important than themselves, so I further surmise you are here for me and will help me down. Now!
A slow, pained grin spreads across the lizard's face. Her tongue flickers.
Not quite as stupid as I imagined. I am still head of the Seekers, boy. I can taste your sauce. It wafts about you like honeysuckle on the breeze. Now, if you would be so kind, my bonds.
The Meister bares her teeth, stained a deep pink by her blood, and growls.
Melody is... Be quick about it before the next Magister... God's teeth, it feels good to move again.
Stinks of the void. What kind of rat will sell such filth?
Last time I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern. All hell broke loose. Good times. Good times.
Sells floor.
I wonder if they'll remember me.
Keeping it together, Reed.
As the Magister's eyes alight upon you, they widen until they are practically bulging out of their sockets. One tremulous finger rises from voluminous robes and points right at you. From her other hand dangles handcuffs.
Ifan Benmez does our live and breathe. I don't know how you got free, but it'll be back to the joy with you, and no mistake. Who could forget? Best night's business the healer had in months. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong. Oh, that's it.
This town doesn't look much equipped to entertain a nobleman like myself.
It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we
Wars are brewing, my friend, and we may find ourselves on different sides, in which case prices will go up. Buy now while you still can.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I don't come visit you, Tun. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You're safe among friends. Never forget. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Well, don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I don't come visit you, Tun. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Executes 2 dozen noblemen for insubordination!
Ifan Benmed.
One eye squints. The other bulges out even further, as if to compensate.
Aren't you all right? It's death. Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mezd.
She considers your...
How much?
The Magister grabs the coin and looks around shiftily, then turns back to you.
Get out of here. And don't let me catch you again.
Who will? I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done, man. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds us, spat from a dying sea. Yours is a scent that invites a question. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's You've met with what's left of Siva, have you? I'm so very glad you're familiar with my work.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. My favourite one. I'm very good at what I do, see. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. The very definition of your order's existence. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? But they do. I'm quite capable. But as you can see, I'm also preparing to set sail. And who will deal with them when I'm gone? Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. Have one last thing. Should this happen, just wave this piece of adieu and good. The time has come, my stitch-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Vapid fiction along the road.
Hey, Rudy, Nova.
Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers, a most vile...
Keep your eyes peeled for a dreamer. Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd give you something, friend.
Ah, finally. Your colleague over there is absolutely useless.
I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please.
Ah, of course you are. Here I sit, a pack after all I've been.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you, his lip trembling.
It's my mentor. No, now here I sit, my closest companion, and the waiter won't even bring me any stew. Ah, now tell me, how are you with, well, Voidwoken? Ah, terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more my mentor, Liam. Who made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. Now, I can't tell...
Menu simple.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you, then a smile creases his face. A smile.
Greetings, my lord. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I enjoy a bold choice, on the face of it, unless you're looking for something a little more tantalising than a meaty stew and a mildly alcoholic brew.
He raises an eyebrow and gives you a sly look.
We wait, we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow.
I'll tell you now, you'd better warm your hands before you go upstairs, or your new friend will be very upset.
A lascivious smile spreads across his face. His tongue darts from his mouth to lick the spittle from his lips.
Let me ask you this. Across the world... Exactly. And of your kin, there is one whom I believe to be
He holds out his hand. The money vanishes into his...
Now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Do you like the strong and meaty variety? Or do you prefer it delicate and fragrant, if you get my meaning? Upstairs, on the second floor. His name is Zarat. Pleasure is his business.
Enjoy the experience of a lifetime.
He gives you a mischievous grin, then dips his head in salute and turns away.
You've got enough in front of you, Dale.
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this. I've spotted something. This ring bears the Magister's seal, and there's blood on it.
What would I do without you?
The Magister startled.
What do you want, lizard? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. This isn't the ancient Empire, serpent. Now answer my bloody question. What are you doing here? Well, mind your bloody step in future. I've an investigation to carry out, and I don't need any more distractions. Yes, catching, killing. If you see anything, well, do you know anything?
The Magister snatches the ring from your palm and stares at it.
This is a conduct award. I presented it to Magister Harrick myself. She was the second one to be taken. The cook's been reported dead. I thought she was another victim, but if she had this, she must have been the culprit. There's no other explanation.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time.
He holds out a pouch of gold.
Keep this ugliness to yourself.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
To think someone had the nerve to murder Magisters. Belson, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Right away.